last period we had seen credit rating agencies, credit card, advantages to the banks and advantages to the borrower holder, pros and cons of credit card and personal loan we started. Full form of CIBIL, CIBIL. Aparna, full form of CIBIL.
Sir, Credit Information Bureau of India Limited.
Yes, Credit Information Bureau of India Limited. Next, what do you mean by credit card? What do you mean by credit card? Ancho, what do you mean by credit card?
Sir, last class I was not there.
Okay. Next, Karthik.
Sir, credit card is a small plastic card issued by the bank,
Okay.
which is used for purchase purchase goods and services on credit, and the holder should repay the money afterwards.
Okay, that is credit card. Then advantages of credit card to the banks. Femina.
Spreading purchases out,
Yes.
boosting your credit rating,
Yes. Then advantages of credit card to the
buying now and pay later,
okay, buying now, paying later. Next,
pay later.
okay. Next, advantages to the borrower. Hannah Sadiq. Advantages, not disadvantages. Disadvantages of credit card. Disadvantages of credit card. Yes. The possibility of debt.
The possibility of debt.
Yes. Next. Credit score.
Fees and charges.
Yes, fees and charges. Okay. Now, next we taught personal loan. So it is an unsecured loan taken by the individual from bank or non-banking finance company. Example, Manappuram Muthoot, to meet their personal needs. So it is provided on the basis of key criteria. Now we are studying types of unsecured loan. Types of unsecured. So first one, personal loan. Next one, education loan. Next, consumer durable loan that we will study. Okay. Then secured loan we will study. First, personal loan. It is an unsecured loan taken by the individual from bank or non-banking finance company to meet their personal needs. Okay. Next, we studied the eligible criteria for taking which one? Taking personal loan on the basis of our age, occupation, income, and the capacity to repay the loan. So these are the factors we have to consider. Eligibility criteria. Then what are the key documents we have to submit? So we have to submit our ID card, then our salary slip, address proof, then copy of which one? License. If it is there, that we have to submit for taking personal loan. Next, rate. Interest rate of a unsecured loan. It is an unsecured loan, personal loan. Personal loans have higher interest rate than the secured loan. Okay. because the banks are taking more risk for giving personal loan. So they will charge more interest than the home and the car loan. So many banks, leading banks and non-banking finance statements offer personal loan at a different rate. They are charging different rate. Okay, so on the basis of our income, on the basis of the period of the loan, everything on the basis of our repayment history, everything they will consider while giving personal loan to the borrower. So different banks are charging different interest. Suppose SBI is charging personal loan interest is 9.6%. Then Punjab National Bank, they are charging 8.8%. So different bank. Then Axis Bank 12%. So different bank, they are charging different rate interest. There is suppose Muthoot 15%. Okay, ICICI 11.25%. Then Bank of Baroda 11.40%. So different banks are charging different interest rate. And they will look our income level, our income, job, so our credit score, credit rating, everything they will look. So on that base only they will give the personal loan. So interest is depend upon the bank. So, okay, some banks are giving a low interest rate, others are giving high interest rate. Next, how to repay the loan? How to repay? So it can be repaid in the form of EMIs. So what do you mean by EMI? Or through electronic transfer, through NEFT, through electronic way we can, through mobile transfer, through net banking, we can repay the loan. EMI means what? EMI means equated monthly installment. Equated monthly installment. That is EMI. Means what do you mean by EMI? Means one of the equally divided monthly outgoes. Equally divided monthly outgoes to clear off an outstanding loan within a stipulated time framework. So if the period of the loan is for 5 years, means every month they will take some amount from our account without our information. Already we given authority to bank to take EMI. Okay, equated monthly installment. Okay, that is equated monthly installment means equally divided monthly outgoes. Equally divided monthly outgoes. Okay, to clear off the loan. That is EMI. So through EMI, they will take. Suppose now we are taking loan from the bank, means they will take EMI. So from our account, monthly, the same date, they will take the amount. Okay, so that is equated monthly installment. So how we can repay the personal loan? Through EMI or through electronic transfer, through mobile banking, through Paytm, through Google Pay, through Phone Pay, through net banking. Okay, so through that method. Otherwise, direct payment. Through direct payment, we can repay the amount. Okay, that is about personal loan. Next one. Next type is next unsecured loan. Educational loan. Educational loan. Okay, so what do you mean by education loan? So education loan is a sum of money borrowed to finance post-secondary education or higher education related expense. So educational loans are intended to cover the cost of tuition, books and supplies and living expenses while the borrower is in the process of pursuing a degree. So suppose if you want to study in India and to study abroad, for that purpose, whatever expense is needed, so the bank will give such a type of loan is known as education loan. Okay, so to finance post-secondary education. As post-secondary means diploma, secondary level. Understand? After 10th, degree level, diploma, then higher education means undergraduate, then graduate education, career education loan, then loan for parents if they want loan for educating their child. So that is education loan. Okay, to finance post-secondary education or higher education related expenses in India and abroad. Okay, that is next types of courses covered. That is this one only: undergraduate education loan, professional or graduate education loan, career education loan. So everything it will cover under education loan. Okay. So in the medical profession, so you have to spend a lot of money. So for that you can, you will get a loan from the bank. So for studying abroad, so you want loan. If you want a loan, you will get it from the bank. Okay. So all banks are providing education loan. Next, eligibility and documents required. Eligibility, that means eligibility. We know that here student is the main borrower. Clear? Student is the main borrower. Then a parent, spouse or sibling can be the co-applicant. Suppose the student want to take a loan from the bank, the co-applicant should be needed. So sometimes it will be a parent. Okay? Otherwise, which one? Sibling, spouse, that will be the co-applicant. Okay, otherwise you won't get the loan. Suppose if you want a loan, so if you want a loan, what we need? Okay, so the co-applicant should be there. Okay, normally parents will be the co-applicant. Next, to whom we are offering the loan? It is offered to the students. It is offered to the students who want to study in India and pursue higher education overseas, outside the India. Okay, it is offered to the student who want to study in India and pursue education, pursue higher education overseas. Okay, so the maximum amount will be different from one bank to another bank. So that is related to education loan. Then what are the eligibility document required? Our 10th class certificates. If it is after 12th means 12th class certificate. Then admission letter. Okay, means to apply for the loan, one must be an Indian. One must be an Indian citizen. He must be an Indian citizen. Okay, then they have to get admission in that college. Before that admission, also we will get a loan. Some banks they are giving loan only to those who secured admission in that college or university. Okay, in India or abroad. That is related with which one? Education loan. Then as per the RBI guidelines, there are no restriction on upper age limit. Okay, upper age limit. So anyone will get education loan. No upper age limit. But some banks are giving lot of restriction related with the age. Okay, that is related to this one, eligibility. So what are the documents? 10th certificate they have to submit, admission letter, then salary slip and income tax return, ITR, income tax return, salary slip and income tax return of whose co-applicant, not the student. Student have any income. Okay, so they no need to give tax. So income tax return of co-applicant, otherwise salary slip of co-applicant, that must be needed. He must be an Indian citizen, then must have to get the admission into that university or college. Then they, what are the document he had to submit? 10th certificate, otherwise if it is 12th, otherwise 12th certificate, 10th, 12th, then admission letter, Then which one? The salary slip or income tax return of the co-applicant. Co-applicant. So that is related to education loan. Next one, interest rate. Interest rate. So before that, we have to tell the bank can finance up to 100% of the loan. I will tell it is related to education loan. 100% of the loan. The bank can finance up to 100% of the loan depending on the amount. Depending upon the amount. Currently for loan up to rupees 4 lakh. Up to rupees 4 lakh. Means up to 4 lakh. Suppose Femina applied for 4 lakh rupee. So you will get 4 lakh amount. Okay. But if the example, if it is more than 4 lakh, you have to give margin money. Margin money. You have to give margin money. Example, for study in India, 5% of the margin money, 5% of the margin money has to be financed by the applicant. Means, suppose Femina applied for, suppose up to 4.5 lakh, no need. Suppose 5 lakh. So 5 lakh she applied. 5 lakh applied for education loan. Okay. Then, so if you apply the 5 lakh, first she have to give 25,000 to the bank. Then only they will sanction that which one? Then they will give how much only? 4,75,000. 4,75,000 bank they will give. Then 5% you have to give. That is a criteria. Understand? Then only they will sanction. Suppose if you are studying abroad means 15%. 15% marginal money they have to give. 15% marginal means 75,000 they have to deposit. Then only they will credit in our account. Means they will open one account. That loan account they will open. Feminas. Then in that 4 lakh, which one? 75,000 they will give. Then 25,000 you have to deposit. Then only they will operate. As a safety purpose they are charging marginal money. Okay. Then they will charge interest on 4,75,000 only. Not on the base of 5 lakh. They will charge interest on 4,75,000 only. But if you apply for 5 lakh, 5% marginal money you have to deposit in the bank. Then only they will start, because they have to check whether you have the amount, cash in hand, liquid cash, whether they have the safe, whether they are which one safe or not, the borrower, the lender is safe or not. Okay, so suppose if it is studying in India means 5% you have to deposit, then only they will start operating that account. Okay, then if you are studying abroad means 15% margin money you have to give. Okay, then only they will operate, then they will credit in our college account. Okay, so suppose if any which one, if you have to pay the fees, then they will credit in that account. Understand? That is marginal money. Marginal money. Okay, understand? So up to 4 lakh, 4 and 4.5, no problem. They will give full amount. No need to give any marginal money. But more than that, they have to give. Okay. 5% of the required money has to be financed by the applicant. If you are studying abroad, the required marginal money increased to 50%. So sometimes it will vary from bank to bank. Okay, that is marginal money. Clear? Okay, so understand? So for more than 4.5 lakh, so you have to give some marginal money. Then only they will start the operation of that account. Understand? That is related to which one? Educational loan. Then interest rate, they uses the marginal cost of interest rate. Marginal, they uses marginal cost of funds based lending rate. They uses funds based funds-based lending rate. Okay, marginal cost of funds-based lending rate. What is this rate means? Minimum interest rate of a bank below which it cannot lend. That is the marginal cost of fund-based interest rate. Okay. In addition to the interest rate, they are charging 1 to 35% of the which one? Additional processing fee they are charging related to the which one? Education loan. So different banks are giving different charging different interest rate. Axis Bank up to 4 lakh they are charging 15.20%. Then 4 lakh to 7.5 lakh 14.7%. Then more than 7.5 lakh 13.70%. Next, suppose SBI up to 10.25%, PNB 10.20%, 10.45%, Canara Bank 10.40%, Bank of Baroda 10.40%. So it will differ. So normal interest rate I am telling. Okay. So that is related to educational loan. Then one thing you have to remember. So one thing you have to remember. When we will make repayment, that is one benefit. The loan is repaid by the student. Okay, not by the co-applicant. The loan is repaid by the student. When? So generally the repayment starts when the course is completed. Generally the repayment starts when the course is completed. When the course is completed. When the course is completed. Then again one grace period is there. Again they will get grace period is 6 months. After the course, then again 6 months they will get to repay the loan. After that only you have to start repayment. After completing the course plus 6 months. Relaxation period 6 months to get a secure job. Understand? Then only you have to start repayment. That is the benefit. Okay, no need to pay now. Suppose if the course is for 3 years, after 3 years, then plus extra 6 months you will get to repay the loan. So sometimes repayment period is generally between 5 to 7 years, but it can be extended. 20 years education loan also giving. Okay, so 30 years depending upon the amount. Okay. So that is related with the repayment. Okay, when we will start when the course is completed. Then some relaxation period. Some banks are giving some relaxation period 6 months. Normally, almost all the banks are giving some relaxation period. Okay, so co-applicant no need to pay the amount. Now, then one thing is that suppose this course period the bank charges simple interest rate on the loan during the course period. So we took the loan, then after that, this course period, the bank charges simple interest on the loan. Okay. Then the payment of simple interest during the course period lessens the EMI, lessens the EMI burden on the student for future payment. For future payment. Suppose now your co-applicant is giving interest. So they are charging some normal interest. Suppose Femina after the course plus 6 months, you have to give 1,000 rupees. Suppose example EMI. Okay, you have to give 1,000 rupees. Suppose if during the course period, if your co-applicant is giving interest rate, your that EMI will amount will decrease 900 after completing course amount will decrease. Now if you are giving, okay, normally after completing the course only you have to give, but this course period they will charge some interest, they will add to that EMI. Suppose if you are giving now monthly, if co-applicant is giving means your EMI burden will reduce. Okay, that is also a one thing. Then if you are applying the loan, you have to ask the processing fees, late payment fees everything you have to prepayment fees that you have to ask. Okay, so it will be around 0.15% of the loan amount. Suppose if you are applying for a loan, 0.15% they will take. So it will vary from one bank to another bank. Okay, so as a paperwork charge they will ask. Okay, so it will different from one bank to another bank. Then one thing you have to remember, benefits under Income Tax Act. Okay, so those who are giving income tax, okay, so they will get a deduction on interest paid, on interest repayment. Section 80E, 80C to 80U, lot of sections are there. So if you are paying income tax, so lot of sources are there for deducting income tax. So if you are paying interest, on education loan, it is deducted. Okay, it is a deductible expense from the tax liability. Okay, so deduction is allowed only for the individual paying interest on loan for himself. Suppose if co-applicant is giving the interest, so while paying tax, he can deduct this liability. Okay, it is a deductible expenses. Okay, you can deduct the entire interest amount paid from your taxable income, but this deduction is allowed for a maximum period of 8 years. Okay, 8 years, that interest amount, only the interest amount you can deduct from the taxable income. But the principal amount does not qualify for any taxable deduction. Principal amount, if I mean applied for 5 lakh. 5 lakh is not, which one does not qualify for tax deduction. Suppose they are giving 10% means 50,000 interest if you are giving, so that only you can deduct from taxable income. Okay, that 50,000, so you can deduct from taxable income, not from 5 lakh. So up to 2.5 lakh, no need to give tax. Okay, so current income tax rate. So more than that, so lot of slabs rates are there. So on that basis, they have to give tax. So while calculating tax, you can deduct this interest liability. Okay, that is benefit under income tax. In the interest on education loan is a deductible expense from the taxable income. Okay, that is related to educational loan. Next means up to, we know that 2,50,000 to up to 2,50,000. Suppose income tax rate to up to 2,50,000, no need to pay tax. So 1 year income, suppose 2,50,000. Okay, suppose salaries, if it is 20,000 means 2,40,000. Suppose one person's salary is 20,000. So 1 year it will be 2,40,000. So that person have no need to pay tax. So more than that, suppose so salary 2,50,000 to 5 lakh. 2,50,000 to 5 lakh. Current I am telling 5%. It will vary. Budget 5%. Okay. Suppose basic salary is 1 year salary is 3 lakh. So that extra 50,000. So 50,000 5% you have to give tax. Okay, so a lot of deductible expense is there. If you are taking insurance policy, life insurance policy, you can deduct the tax. So lot of way it is there. If you are giving donation, charities, you can deduct under section. Okay, which one? Medical insurance, 80D, 80F, which one? Charities, donation, you can deduct. Okay, so that is related with the tax liability. Then if example 5 to 7 lakh, 5 lakh to 7,50,000. So it is not related to your topic. Okay, 5 to 7 lakh, they will charge which one? 10%. 10%. Extra amount they have to give 10%. Okay, 5 lakh to 7 lakh. Okay, suppose if I have per month 50,000 salary, so 6 lakh. Okay, so 1 year 6 lakh. So that 10 percentage I have to give. Okay, 10 percentage tax I have to give. Then 7 lakh 50,000 to 10 lakh. 7 lakh 50,000 to 10 lakh. Percentage will be 15 percentage. 15 percentage. Okay, then 10 lakh to 10 lakh to 12 lakh 50,000. 10 lakh to 12 lakh 50,000. 20 percentage. 20 percentage. Okay, then 12 lakh 50,000 to 12 lakh 50,000 to 15 lakh. 15 lakh. They have to give 25 percentage tax. 25 percentage tax. Okay, 25 percentage tax. Then above 50 lakh, 30 percentage. Above 50 lakh, 30 percentage tax they have to give. Okay, so up to 2,50,000 no need. Above that, you have to consider which is where income is lying. Okay, which case here if it is means 10 percentage we have to give. Okay, so that is related to income tax of a individual. Okay, so it will differ. For senior citizen they have lot of concession. Okay, they don't need to give this much percentage. Okay, that is related to income tax. So here we are telling we are getting deduction. Okay, suppose my salary is suppose 30,000 means 3,60,000. So up to 2,50,000 no need. Then 1,60,000. On that basis we have to 1,60,000 extra. Okay, 3,60,000. So okay, then 1,10,000. 3,60,000. Then 1,10,000 extra. Suppose if I give an interest 50,000, so that I can deduct. Okay, so into that basis. Okay, so that is related with which one? Educational loan. Okay, so two loan we studied: unsecured loan, personal loan, personal loan we studied. It is an unsecured loan taken by individual from a bank or non-banking finance company to meet their personal needs. Okay, then eligible criteria we said on the basis of our income, job, repayment history. On that base only they will give the loan. So it will be for the loan duration will be 1 to 5 years. Okay, 1 to 5 years. Then after sanctioning the loan within 7 days we will get the loan. Then they are charging more interest rate. It depend. It will vary from one bank to another bank. Then they will charge processing fee also 1 to 2% of the loan amount. 1 to 2%. 1 to 2% they can charge loan amount. First, while applying the loan, we have to give the processing fee, that paperwork for that purpose. Okay, they will get that amount. Okay, bank will get that amount. So we have to submit ID card, Aadhaar card. Okay, that we have to submit. Then we can repay the loan through EMI, equated monthly installment, or through post-dated check, or through we can post-dated check. Post-dated check. Post-dated check means post-dated check means written by the drawer. That means that who are taking the loan, written by the drawer, who is drawing the amount. So written by the, this check is written by the drawer. Written by the drawer, that is post-dated check, written by the drawer for a date in the future. For a date in the future. For a date in the future. Okay. So if they give it, that is post-dated check. Okay. So it will be written by the borrower. That check, borrower check only. In that he wrote this date, give that amount to that bank. So that is that's why they are taking some check, blank check from the check from borrower. Okay, that is written by order by the drawer for making payment in the future. Okay, that is post-dated check. In that, the date will be there, future date will be there. Okay, that date they can encash. The bank can encash the amount. Okay, next, which one? Education loan. Education loan is a sum of loan borrowed to finance post-secondary education or higher education related expense. Then we studied the repayment will start when the course is completed plus extra grace period. 6 months they will get. Then graduation, post-graduation, undergraduation, diploma courses, everything it will cover under this one. Interest rate will value. So a lot of interest rate is high only, 12.5%, 10.40%, 11 point something. So then the repayment that already we studied. Then it is a income tax deductible sources. Okay. So now time is over. Have a nice day.